For the first time, the victim's family is speaking out about the attack. Last February, 34-year-old Nichole was in a coma at UMC. While there, another patient went into her room and sexually assaulted her. Nurses were able to interrupt the attack shortly after. Tonight, KCBD News Channel 11's Tiffany Pelt sat down with Nichole's brother just one day before the case goes to trial. Tiffany?
Natasha, Nichole's family came to us and are allowing us to release her name. Now, due to her medical condition, Nichole passed away just weeks after the sexual assault. Now, this is 36-year-old Mark Starosta. He is charged with aggravated sexual assault of a disabled person because Nichole was in a vegetative state at the time of the attack. Tomorrow, when his jury trial begins, Nichole's family will face her attacker for the first time.
You don't know how to act. The only thing that you could do is to be there and hope that the justice system works out the way that it should.
Nichole's brother, Cody Trimble, made the drive from Midland today, not exactly knowing what tomorrow will bring as he sits in court.
The thing is just so disgusting to me that I really don't want to see his face again, but I will go in there. There's nothing that's going to stop me from being in there. But as far as me being able to forgive him for doing this, I don't see it happening.
It's been over a year since Starosta was arrested and charged for sexually assaulting Nichole while she was at UMC. It was an attack that sickens Cody. His sister was completely defenseless against her attacker.
Being in a vegetative state, there's nothing that you can do. She had nothing, and we expected the hospital to at least be able to keep her safe. I was in shock. I was in total shock. The whole family we didn't know how to respond to it. You've got so many thoughts running through your mind. You know, it's how could this happen in a hospital? How could this happen, period?
Cody says they've only gotten a simple apology from UMC, an apology that does very little to comfort his family as Starosta's image continues to overpower his cherished memories of Nichole.
It's hard to talk about her. The thing is that whenever I think about my sister, even if it's a happy moment, I will see his image and I will think about what happened, and no matter how happy that image is that I have in my mind, his image and what he did will always haunt me. There is no way that I'll ever be able to forget about this.
While nothing can take away the pain of losing his sister and having her memories tainted by Starosta, Cody hopes the jury will find him guilty so the healing can begin for those close to Nichole.
Like everybody that came across her loved her, fell in love with her the first second of meeting her. And now, you know, she's gone. And she will never be replaced. There's no question about it.
The trial will begin tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll be following that trial and bring you the details from inside the courtroom. You can find those on kcbd.com and tomorrow during the newscasts. Natasha?
All right.
11 at noon.
Well, good afternoon and thank you for joining us today. Leading the news at this hour, family members of a sexual assault victim were expecting to face the attacker this morning in court, but their frustrations and pain will continue even longer as the trial's been postponed. KCBD News Channel 11's Tiffany Pelt's been following the story and joins us now. Tiffany?
Sharon, the victim's family drove in from Midland last night and stayed in a hotel thinking they would be able to face 36-year-old Mark Starosta in court this morning. He's charged with aggravated sexual assault of a disabled person. However, because of a large number of other trials set for today, the court is going to reschedule his trial. Now, for more than a year, Cody Trimble says they've been waiting for justice for his sister, 34-year-old Nichole. She says in February of 2010, they had to move Nichole to UMC after doctors in Midland couldn't figure out why she was sick. Just weeks later, they were told another patient at UMC went into her room and began sexually assaulting her while she was in a coma. Nurses were able to stop the assault, but other than that, very little information has been released. Because of Nichole's mysterious medical condition, she will never be able to face Starosta in court. She passed away less than a month after the attack. Now, it'll be weeks before another court date is set, and today, Cody says they're outraged they'll have to wait even longer for their day in court. Coming up tonight at 6, you'll hear from Cody and how this attack still haunts his family. Sharon?
You would have thought they could have figured out that it was going to have to be delayed before this morning, too.
Right.
All right, Tiffany, thanks for that report.